What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, your mom's Toxic Animal 314. Back at it with another video. And today we are going to be doing our spoiler review of Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. But before we get into the actual video itself, guys, if you guys do not want to hear spoilers about the movie, we're going to be talking spoilers. So be sure, if you don't want to hear spoilers, probably click off this video right now and watch my regular spoiler-free review of the movie. But with that being said, if you don't care about spoilers, stay along or whatever. But before we get into the actual video itself, guys, if you are indeed fact new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe because number one, it's absolutely free. Number two, we're on the road to 300 subscribers, just 68 away now. Really help out your boy if you did subscribe. That also goes for people that have been watching my channel for a while and haven't subscribed yet. Don't forget to like the video if you like my toxic movie reviews. Don't forget to ring the bell for notifications so you miss occasion when I upload. Also, do share the video so we can have some more people join the toxic clan, and it would really help out your boy if you did. And also, do feel free to comment your thoughts on Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 down below. With that being said, before we talk, I gotta take a drink of water because, you know me, my tongue gets all tongue-tied. So, oh, and also, I know you guys are probably going like, why didn't you post more than like one video yesterday? I was kind of in the mood earlier in the day, but then later I wasn't really in the mood much because I just got back home. I got back home from a friend's house, so that's if you're wondering why, that's why. But I will be uploading on a regular basis still, starting today. So, and I was going to do my spoiler review of this yesterday, but I'm going to do it today instead. Anyways, let's talk about the actual movie itself, because I'm getting off track. So, I said this in my out of the theater reaction. This, so far, I said this in my spoiler-free review. This is my favorite movie of the year so far. I thought this movie was amazing, and this had no negatives whatsoever from me about the film. And it had, I only had one mixed aspect, which we'll talk about later, and I adored this movie. And usually for like 2 hour and 30-minute long movies, the time goes by really like slow, and it makes it kind of boring. This went by super fast and breezed by fast and did not bother me at all, and I loved this. So with that being said, let's start at the beginning of the movie, shall we? So the beginning of the film, it starts off with a Russian, I don't know if it's a Russian, but there's like a submarine underwater that is basically checking their radar scanners or whatever, and they see that supposedly there's another submarine, basically, and they decide to shoot rockets at it, and it had no effect on the ship, and it like went straight through it. And then also some missiles came in that were fake as well and went through their ship, and it wasn't real missiles. So, and then eventually, so they had, like, were trying to shoot their missiles, and it eventually backfires on them, quite literally, where the things that they shoot, like cannon loads or whatever, shoots out of the cannon and explodes their ship. So, and then they all die, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they would survive that. And you find out that there's this artificial intelligence on board that caused it, I forgot what it was called, but it caused the explosion in the ship. And it is the main villain in this movie, technically, but not really, even though he doesn't pop up much. So then after this, there's this guy that walks into the IMF headquarters, I'm pretty sure, where he walks into a meeting with a bunch of IMF agents, and he has like a suitcase with him. And Kittredge is in the meeting as well. And suddenly, we all saw this clip in the trailers. He basically passes a gas mask to Kittredge and then puts a gas mask on himself as well and throws gas bombs in the air, knocking everybody else out cold. And basically, it's revealed that it's Ethan Hunt. I actually thought that, I'm not gonna lie, I actually thought this was gonna be the artificial intelligence, like in human form. I was about to freak out or whatever, and it was Ethan. So him and Kittredge had a little conversation about how Kittredge is trying to look for a key, and apparently Ilsa from the past two movies, the past two movies has the key, and he wants Ethan to go look for it and retrieve it. So, and I think back in the day, Ethan Hunt was searching for the key, I think, and then basically one of his IMF agent friends, I'm pretty sure, got shot by this dude by the name of We Do Not Know Yet, where he killed the girl or whatever, and Ethan ended up getting arrested for the murder, and he got offered either life in prison, not like in prison for a very long time, or work with the IMF, and he chose the IMF, so this is where he is now. And Ethan ends up leaving, and then he's trying to find Ilsa and he's supposed to kill her, which he finds her and does not, because Ilsa and him are very close. But there's also these other assassins trying to kill Ilsa, and so they're both stopping them, and he finds Ilsa and finds the key, and he saves her, and she escapes. Then it is moved on to current day, where Ethan, Luther, and Benji are all at an airport in Dubai, I think. I don't know where it is specifically, but they're all in a specific airport. And they are looking for the other half of the key, because they already have the first half of the key, because he took it from Ilsa, I think. So they're trying to find the other half of the key and talk to this buyer. And this girl, then suddenly a person barges into the buyer and steals the key. And Ethan's going like, wait, what? She just stole the key from him. And it is the new character, Grace, who is played by Hayley Atwell. If you guys do not know who that is, that's the person that plays Agent Carter in the MCU. And she is a main part of this movie, and is revealed that she is a thief, and Ethan is trying to basically cut some sort of deal with her, while also the FBI is chasing Ethan Hunt down in the whole entire airport, and Luther ends up screwing up with the cameras, making it look like other people are Ethan, while Benji is dealing with a bomb in the suitcase luggage, because he thought there was a key in there, and it was one of the supposed AI's like little devices or whatever, and they're trying to keep a secret from Ethan, Luther, and Benji about they're trying to fix it, and they eventually do fix it. And there was a funny moment where, so Grace escapes and just goes on her own plane, while Ethan is talking to, who's he talking to? He's talking to Luther and Benji, and was going like, where were you guys? What happened? And Benji said, oh yeah, I found a bomb. And then, Ethan went, what? Why didn't you tell me? And Benji and Luther said, because you seemed busy. And then he says, when you have a bomb, tell me immediately. So that was pretty funny humor. And I keep on saying "and" a lot. So, Grace took a flight to Italy or France, I think. I think she took it to France. It's somewhere in Europe. she took a flight there. So, Ethan, he ends up following her there with Luther, and, he goes there solo, basically. And Grace ends up get caught by the police in that station and saw that she had a lot of, basically, wanted passports of her picture on there, and she's basically trying to get out of it. So supposedly she has a lawyer, and it's found out that's Ethan. Then Ethan is trying to get her to give over the key, which she does not, and she escapes and takes a car while Ethan's chasing her down with a motorcycle. Then them two are still chasing each other or whatever, and they end up getting handcuffed to one another, which this was one of the best, fun scenes of the whole entire movie, best action sequences, where them two are handcuffed together in a small yellow car, and the momentum keeps on shifting them, so they both switch driving, and I thought that scene was pretty funny. And they eventually drive into a train in the middle of a train road, and they almost get run over by it. And Haley escapes the car and unhooks the thing and puts basically Ethan in there. But Ethan escapes because Haley threw the key. Then, then I believe Luther, Benji, and Ilsa pick up Ethan, and he explains the big plan. So supposedly Haley is trying to sell the key for a lot of money, and there's this party where she's giving the key, basically, which it's being hosted by the White Widow from Mission Impossible Fallout. So that was cool to see her again. And I keep on saying and. I don't know how to say what else to say. There's other people. You find out that there's other people looking for the key there too that end up going there. For example, there's this dude that is the older version of the guy that got Ethan in the IMF in the first place. Supposedly he's called Gabriel, and Ilsa knows him too. And Ilsa, Ethan, what did I say his name was? Gabriel, White Widow. I'm trying not to say and. I don't know what to say. Then, there we go. Paris is also there, so I did not mention Paris, but she is the one that was chasing Ethan Hunt and Grace. I had to say and there. In the yellow taxi cab or whatever. And she's at the party too. Supposedly she cuts some sort of deal with Gabriel to be his kind of guardian, not really. And she's helping him, basically. And then you find out as well that the FBI are also trying to get in there too. So it's a bunch of different stories trying to get the key, and all. And also White Widow's trying to decide who the key should go to. And she decides to give the key to Gabriel. And then everybody's trying to chase Gabriel to get the key back. So it leads to a bunch of different things. Ethan beats up a bunch of guys in the club, while Grace and also Ilsa are chasing what's his name? Gabriel down. While also Ethan's trying to make it there too, but he gets stopped by a random dude that works for Gabriel and Paris, and down in a very claustrophobic walkway in Paris, and he has to fight both of them while the Ilsa and Grace are trying to fight Gabriel, which Gabriel successfully knocks out Grace and tries to go for the kill, but Ilsa pops up behind him with a sword. Ethan's getting beaten up while doing this, and when the music started to make it kind of dramatic, and Ethan was it was a long way to go, I already knew it was going to happen. So Ilsa, Gabriel eventually gets the upper hand and stabs Ilsa. Ilsa dies, which I thought that was surprising. I heard she got sidelined due to 3C films, but he didn't spoil it, by the way. He just said that basically she gets sidelined, and I thought he meant she got sidelined into her own mission, but she did not. She died. Ethan, of course, finds her laying down on the steps, dead. And it's a big emotional moment for all of the team. Benji, Luther, and him are all there, with Ilsa dead and Grace watching, going, that could have been me. So Ethan, while still mourning, says basically, we gotta get that other half of the key, but I don't want to lose any of you guys, and they're trying to go with him. So they said, we're all in this together. So they eventually do it and go chase after Gabriel, who is gonna get the key from White Widow. I don't know how it works, but White Widow... No, who had the key? No, it's Grace just stole it at the last minute from Gabriel. And Gabriel... So there's a plan for Gabriel to get the other half of the key, because the White Widow has one half, and then Grace has the other half. And they make a plan where Grace has to go on the train and try to steal the other half of the key. So she impersonates the White Widow and wears one of those masks and knocks White Widow out and wears basically the mask with no blue contacts because she has brown eyes. She steals them, walks up to Kittredge, who's the buyer, and basically gives the 2-half key to him, basically, while then stealing it back. And the White Widow says to Brother, "That's not the real me, you idiot, go chase her." And they all chase her, and she's trying to escape. But luckily, at the same time, Ethan we all saw it in the trailers, Ethan did the big jump from the building. Not from the building, what? From the mountain. He did the big stunt jump or whatever. He did that, leapt into the train with the parachute, and saves Grace. They're also trying to get off the train as well, and they know that the train is going to derail. Gabriel actually has the other part of the key, because they get beaten up, basically, and Gabriel takes advantage, takes the key, and runs away. So that leads to the scene where we saw from the trailers too, where Ethan and Gabriel meet again and fight on top of the train, while also dodging some obstacles. Ethan does eventually steal it, but the fight gets stopped by the FBI, so... And then the FBI says, "Stand down," and Gabriel ends up jumping off. Because, I forgot to mention this, Gabriel is working with the AI, so he's trying to take control of the AI. So, and the key unlocks the intelligence of the AI. So he jumps off the train and survives. Ethan's left on the top of the train with the two FBI members and saves them. Then realizes that Gabriel set up a bomb and he's about to bomb the whole entire train. So he tells the FBI basically to bring everybody to the back of the train before everything explodes and they die. So Grace and then Ethan both try to stop the train, which they successfully do in a very intense sequence where they have to move on from train cart to train cart to train cart to train cart because of each one is starting to fall. So when it looks like they're about to fall, they get saved by Paris, who I forgot to mention this too, got betrayed by Gabriel. And technically, she betrayed him, but as a good guy. Gabriel then countered and stabbed her. And with her dying last breath, she saves Ethan and Grace. And Ethan's going like, why would you save me? Why? So, and Paris basically goes like, oh, it's the right thing to do. The basic movie thing. Then Ethan and Grace get cornered by the FBI again. And Grace says, go, basically. Just go. And Ethan uses the last bit of his parachute and jumps out of the building. And escapes just barely, while Grace is left on the FBI train alone. Then Ethan lands and shows Benji that he does have the full key and actually stole it from Gabriel. And Gabriel's going like, no, I had it in my hands. So then the movie does a monologue leading into Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 title card, leading into Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 2, which will be coming out next year, hopefully. Fingers crossed it doesn't get delayed. But yeah, but I'm pretty sure I recapped all the important bits. But with that being said, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this spoiler review of Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because number 1, it's absolutely free. Number 2, we're on the road to 300 subscribers. Just 68 away now. We'll really help out you boy if you did subscribe. That also goes for people that have been watching my channel for a while and haven't subscribed yet. Don't forget to like the video if you like my toxic movie reviews. Don't forget to ring the bell for all notifications so you miss occasional upload. Also, do share the video because it'll also help me out, and do feel free to comment as well. But with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next one, everybody. Peace.